until that opposition pushes me and pushes me and pushes me and forces my hand, and that is exactly what happened to L.A. Knight.
Raw opened with Rollins saying he is the creator, he built this era in his image, and without him a lot of this wouldn't be happening. Whether it was Cody coming back against him, being the inaugural World or NXT champion, or Punk coming back because of his hatred for Rollins. He also mentions the OTC, so come back soon Roman, bro's talking smack like this is 2016. He says LA Knight kept pushing him, and both him and Penta will be dealt with. Rollins continues by saying Rhodes, Uso, and Orton are all playing for second place in King of the Ring.
This is the end game. It has and always will be Seth freaking Rollins.
This episode continued into a Braun Breaker Penta match.
Champion Saturday, of course, Becky and Bayley meet for the Intercontinental title.
Look at this.
Wow!
The impressive innovation of Penta will never cease to amaze me, and this match continued with Breaker dropping Penta on the top rope and to the outside into his jumping dive over the table.
It was this, Corey. It was the lips off the ring post.
Breaker followed up immediately with an epic clothesline.
And that man Braun just doesn't slow down.
Kick to the face by Penta. Breaker! Incredible! Oh!
Penta hits a Mexican destroyer only for Braun to kick out at 2.
The charm.
Mexican destroyer! Win! Kick out by Breaker at 2.5!
Then this ending, a thing of beauty.
Breaker misses wildly. Penta springboard. Oh! Spear! A spear! Out of midair! Breaker broke Penta in half!
As Breaker picks up the W, Rollins states a warning to Penta saying, "Stay out of my way." A very strong opener on the go-home show to Night of Champions, which despite the various things going on right now is still going ahead as planned. There were WWE staff that arrived early that are stuck in Qatar en route to Saudi Arabia while the airspaces are temporarily shut down. And even the Saudi Arabian government has doubled down saying the shows will still go ahead. So prayers to everybody making the trip over there for the show. I hope nothing bad happens. Because that poster with Cena saying "the last time is now" is scarily eerie. Meanwhile, backstage in Adam Pearce's office, a call with Nick Aldis regarding the tag titles is interrupted and left on a cliffhanger. Gotta wonder, are the titles maybe going to be unified again down the road? AJ Styles finds out that his match with Dirty Dom at Night of Champions is off and postponed due to Dom having an unspecified injury. I think it's called the "ain't nobody got time for that, I'm good." New Day then waltz in and tries to talk to Pearce about a photo shoot idea, but he says, "I'm here to talk to you about your match. It's against Finn and JD, and it's official."
Thanks for dropping by.
You're so bald!
Yes, I am.
I've never seen someone firm the bald fraud allegations so well. Man said, "Yeah, I'm baldy." And what? Grayson Waller says, "Don't talk to my mates like that," and Pearce is like, "They don't even know you, lil bro." Next, we had a sit-down interview with Goldberg and Michael Cole. Goldberg says back at Bad Blood, Gunther embarrassed him. He wasn't there to fight, he just wanted to enjoy the show with his family.
I don't care if I've got one foot in the grave. Nobody's ever gonna talk to me like that and get away with it.
He rounds it off by saying this.
I am gonna beat the out of Gunther. Saturday night's main event.
We now know that outside of One Raw, Goldberg will be on every show leading up to Saturday night's main event, so it'll be interesting to see how they even build this with Glassberg and his aging knees. After this interview, Cole says on commentary that he also asked Goldberg what happens if you win the retirement match and the title, to which Goldberg said, "Interesting dilemma, isn't it?"
Hey, why don't we put the belt on Bill, have him hold it, then boom, I come out of retirement and finish him off myself.
Hunter, that sounds a little...
Yeah, happy Pride Month. Sean, let's make it a triple threat, if you know what I mean.
Then, in the Judgment Day clubhouse, Finn is giving a pep talk.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes, okay? But sitting around here complaining all day is not going to help anyone.
Getting hissed? What did you just say? No, what did you just say? Say it to my face.
Yes,
Come on.
that's it. Exactly. That's what we need. Get fired up. That's the enforcer I know.
He says, "Dom, you're gonna beat Styles when that time comes. Roxanne, you're gonna be Queen of the Ring and the name of a really great song. JD, your head resembles that of a 15th century knight named Chancelot, but we're gonna get those tag belts back." Okay, maybe he didn't say some of that, but anyway. Raquel, you are the women's tag team champions. Now go take care of Rhea Ripley.
You're right, yeah. I'll take care of Rhea.
Go on, get Smash it.
But I still miss my güerita.
I know you do, Dom.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Also, in more important details, it's clear that the PS5 was indeed Carlito's. Look at the background, it's a fresh save of 2K25 where they're still learning submissions. This is where I really feel bad for the Judgment Day. They've got to go ahead and go through My Rise and unlock everything again. They've got to go through all of the showcase again. Guys, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, backstage, Lyra Valkyria is trying to see if her and Bayley are cool.
I promise, when I beat Becky tonight, you're first in line, okay?
Okay, I just want to make sure we're cool.
We're cool.
In the ring, it was time for Jade Cargill against Roxanne Perez in the Queen of the Ring semi-finals, where the story really was Jade's knee at first. Roxanne was constantly going after it in the midst of her impressive offense.
By Perez. Roxanne, oh, nice springboard moonsault, cover now.
We also see Jade lick Roxanne Perez before delivering a chokeslam. I liked it. Play on. We continue to see a Jaded attempt countered uniquely by Perez, as Perez hands out a string of moves which gets her back in this one. But eventually, Jade Cargill hits a Jaded for the win.
Thought but Jaded, cover now for the win by Cargill. She's gonna face Asuka at Night of Champions.
I am so ready to see this match. It's weirdly got an NXT takeover feel about it. The way Asuka came out after the match with an undeniable face card to show down with Jade. I'm still leaning more towards Jade winning though. After what she said on SmackDown in that interview, she's the only one as of late whose story has been tailored to her ascent to royalty.
This entire tournament, it wasn't built for the future. It was built for a woman that can walk through the fire, shatter glass ceilings, and fix her crown on the way to the top. I'm not walking in just to win. I'm walking in to reign.
And again, the story of Naomi cashing in on Jade after she beats Tiffy feels like a real possibility. But maybe Asuka wins and has one final run with the title after beating her friend Io Sky. They did tease this in a backstage segment on this episode too. There's so many outcomes. I wish I had some words of encouragement.
Don't lose sight of how great you are.
She always knows what to say, does my boat. Meanwhile, on WWE Love Island,
They're trying to roll me up. Because now I march to beat of my own drum. And that drum is a 10 beat to the bell round, which I would love to smash against that chest of yours.
Ooh, very saucy, Sheamus, you dirty pig.
I remember you being the most embarrassing and egotistical member of the League of Nations. That's what I remember.
Gunther is in the ring and he talks about what it means to be next. He says it's not 1999 anymore, it's 2025, and right now, he's the guy.
And my perception is that I see a 58-year-old one-trick pony that can't lace my boots.
He says he apologizes to Goldberg's family, his wife and his son, for what he's going to do.
Because it's my personal responsibility to make sure that the legacy and the myth of Bill Goldberg forever dies.
Gunther, I hope for your sake you dismantle him. Then, backstage, Becky thinks Lyra and Bayley are conspiring against her tonight, and she says, I've said too much. Then Jackie Redmond catches up with Sami Zayn for a word until he's once again interrupted by the beloved Karrion Kross.
Exactly what I told you would happen. You wrestled the Viper, and he dropped you. Am I right? I mean, honestly, Sami, when are you gonna get it through your thick skull that all this, the way you are, the way you want to be, Sami, you're never gonna be world champion.
I really hope this story they're telling doesn't just end with Sami beating Kross and that's it, he moves on.
Okay. Okay.
Zayn says enough, I talked to Pierce and our match is official, to which Kross reveals it was all a ruse.
Stop it.
Got him.
This match will be taking place at Night of Champions this weekend. Listen, man, I'm just excited to see Karrion Kross wrestling again, and hopefully Karrion picks up the win here and we continue to build, please. Then it was time for Bayley versus Becky Lynch for the IC title.
Went for the manhandle slam. Bayley able to counter, and Bayley with a manhandle slam of her own, using Becky's move, but Becky.
It was a really good back and forth, but shenanigans were afoot. Basically, Becky tries to bury Bayley with chairs at the announce table. Then Lyra comes out of nowhere to try help Bayley get back in the ring to avoid the countout. Lyra then just snaps on Becky as Bayley was seemingly about to win the title, causing a disqualification.
Lyra had enough.
In all honesty, the best outcome. I'd really like to see the triple threat. Although, again, with the Becky Hogan allegations that I'm desperately fighting against like Mrs. Dad, if they're doing this triple threat right here just so Becky doesn't have to take the pin to lose the title, Then, backstage, Chad Gable is imparting wisdom on Ivy Nile before he sees Penta. Penta's patience only lasts so long.
I told you, Chad. Settle! Fíjalo!
We also see Ludwig Kaiser in the background here, finally. Another person on the Raw roster that I'd really like to see them continue cooking with, or start cooking again. I mean, the food's gone cold, let's start again. Then, Raquel calls out Rhea to scrap, and Rhea obliges.
Rhea Ripley taking the fight to Rodriguez.
Lefts and rights, dropping bombs is the Eradicator, but...
This was a fantastic brawl, really well done. Rhea dove off the table, threw Raquel into the steps, and we even saw the Slim Jim table. Ooh yeah, dig it. But as Mommy is about to hit Riptide through the table, Roxanne comes down to ringside and takes a bullet to help Raquel deliver a Tahana bomb through the table.
Caught Rhea. Oh no. Tahana bomb.
Did you hear the table snap?
After the chaos, Raquel helps up Roxanne and seemingly they are now on the same page. I'd assume Roxanne will now take over as one half of the tag team champion since that makes the most sense. But at least for the near future, it'll be Raquel against Rhea in a street fight at Night of Champions this weekend. Then it's main event time, Rhodes versus Jey Uso in the semi-finals of King of the Ring.
Oh, and maybe going for Crossroads. Cody's finishing move off the second rope. Cody caught her.
And this match only continued to deliver.
Top rope super. Cody caught her for the win. Cover. Hook of the leg. And Jey somehow kicked out.
We then saw Jey deliver a Crossroads of his own.
Crossroads of his own. Cover on Cody. Jey Uso. Oh,
But as Jey was closing in on the win with a spear, Cody jumps up to the top rope and hits a top rope cutter.
To make damn sure. That's gotta do it. Struggling on the turnbuckle.
oh my goodness.
My question of the week, at what point is that just a top rope RKO?
Crossroads. Cody Rhodes.
Rhodes versus Orton in the finals is going to be very interesting. One of these men is going to define their legacy, and preferably it's not sitting in a prison cell like the other guy.